Good afternoon. I feel like option 2 this week was written for my exact position right now. I am starting to work on a new OBGYN residency program at a local community hospital. Most residency programs across the country have been established for decades, so there's no textbook or algorithm to help follow. I'm in the midst of an experiential learning boot camp on change management. I have appreciated John Cotter's 8 steps for leading change. As I discuss each step, I would like to examine where I'm at in the process of starting a program. The first step is to create a sense of urgency. In this step, we have built a strong argument for why we need to start a residency program. There's an anticipated shortage of physicians, and specifically an anticipated shortage of 8,000 OB-GYNs in 2020. I would also say that this step is very important when you are trying to get the full support of hospital administration and organizational authorities. We're currently working around the step 2 and 3. Step 2 is built on building a guiding coalition. For me, this meant that I intentionally developed relationships with key stakeholders that could serve as advisors and champions. As a group, we have started to work on step 3, which is forming a vision of how the residency will be different from the past. Step 4 is enlisting a volunteer army. This is a step represents reaching out to everyone that will be impacted by the residency program and engaging them in the process. By establishing buy-in and ownership, it will keep us moving in the same direction. The next step is removing barriers. I believe that this is the job of good leadership. In our process, we have started working on formalizing processes that will allow for clear expectation setting. Through this process, I'm sure we will need to eliminate some inefficiencies along the way. Having short-term wins is step 6. For me, this was establishing realistic goals along the way. For example, we now have applicants and a plan for interviewing. When we officially match with our first class of residents, that will be another short-term win. Step 7 is sustaining acceleration. I think this is exemplified by not becoming complacent in the change process. A win may allow for a victory celebration, but the continued hard work on the next step must start the next day. Finally, step 8 is making change so effective that it becomes a habit. In a residency program, this step will occur when we cannot remember what it was like to work without the residents as a part of the team. One part of the change process that I think is important and probably integrated into all 8 steps is the concept of overcommunication. By some estimates, key messages should be overcommunicated by 5 times. Thank you for your attention, and I'm looking forward to hearing all your thoughts on this topic.